Hello friends, welcome to this Facebook live session. I, Dr. Niradhar De, faculty member, School of Education, Indira Gandhi National Open University, welcome you all to this Facebook live session. Today we are going to discuss one of the very important topic, that is, as you know, Indira Gandhi National Open University has launched BA General Program, Bachelor of Arts General Program from July 2019 session as per the CBCS pattern, Choice Based Credit System of UGC. In July 2020 session, that means during this COVID period, education as a subject that has been included in BA General Program as per CBCS pattern. So friends, today we will discuss about the course structure and a detailed introduction of the courses of education as a subject under BA General Program, that is as per the CBCS pattern. So friends, the subject has been introduced in July 2020 session, and in the first semester from the very beginning we have received a very good response that till today we have received 8,000 registration, around 8,000 registration in the subject of education. So that's why it shows how popularity of this subject is. So friends, let us try to discuss about the detailed courses of education which is included as a subject in BA General Program as in CBCS pattern. Friends, before discussing the program detail as well as different courses of education under BA program, let us try to understand first about the choice based credit system. You see, this has been developed, this has been launched as per the CBCS pattern of UGC. So let us have a focus on the different components and different important aspect of choice based credit system of UGC. You see, UGC introduces CBCS system of curriculum since 2015. You see, the curriculum that has been suggested by CBCS, you will find that an atmosphere, or you can say type of environment that has been planned, that has been created to make teaching learning process as student centric approach. You see, this is a clear move from a teacher centric approach to a student centric approach. So friends, let us make me to clear that the present teaching learning process, so far as the approach of teaching learning process is concerned, you will find that the design of curriculum, the transaction of the curriculum, that has been developed as per the constructivist approach of teaching learning. So that's why in CBCS pattern, in choice based credit system, you will find that the courses that has been introduced, that has been planned, and the units and chapters that has been kept in different courses, in different programs, you will find that this has been designed as per the student centric approach, means keeping the child, keeping the student at the center of the teaching learning process. You will find the activities and the content and other components, other activities that has been designed. So friend, this is one of the very important aspect, important component of the choice based credit system. Then further, choice based credit system allows students to choose interdisciplinary, intradisciplinary courses and skill oriented courses according to the needs of the learner, according to the aptitude of the learners, according to the creativity of the learners, and according to the interest of the learners. And it also gives more flexibility to the students to choose their subject and to pursue their study. So friends, when we talk about interdisciplinary, intradisciplinary, multidisciplinary and transdisciplinary approach, you will find that very rapidly, if you will go through different cases, the development which is taking place across the world, development which is taking place globally, you will find that most of the developed countries, they have reached at the means they are practicing the multidisciplinary approach in their school system, at the same time in their higher education system also. But if you will go through the National Curriculum Framework 2005 as per NCERT, and further if you will go through the Teacher Education Curriculum, that is NCFTE 2009, which is developed by NCTE, and further the recent development, that is NEP 2020, National Education Policy 2020, you will find that the interdisciplinary, then multidisciplinary aspect is given much more importance. So that's why when we talk about the choice-based credit system, you will find that how to make our teaching learning process, how to make our curriculum, how to make our academic program, how to make our courses multidisciplinary, that is also given equal importance. Then further we can say that the CBCS makes education broad-based and at par with the global standard. I have already said that changes are happening very rapidly. You will find that so far as in teaching learning process is concerned, so far as pedagogy is concerned, so far as use of technology is concerned, so far as blended approach of teaching and learning process is concerned, and at the same time use of OER, open educational resources, at the same time the MOOCs, massive open online courses, the implementation of massive open online courses, that is also highly implemented across the globe. And here in our country, you might be knowing that in SWAYAM platform, hundreds of MOOCs that has been offered. So that's why choice-based credit system, it also talks about that we have to move as per the global standard, as per the global standard of the curriculum, global standard of the courses, global standard of the program. So these are the certain you can say important aspect which has been addressed in the choice-based credit system. Further, you can say in CBCS system one can take credits by combining unique combinations like physics with economics, microbiology with chemistry, environmental science, etc. So friends, you see, when we talk about the creativity of the learners, the interest of the learners, the need of the learners, you will find that many students, you will find that they are studying in arts stream, or they are studying in science stream or in other stream, but equally they are having interest to study other literature, other branch of knowledge, other discipline, other subjects. So that's why why not to give a chance to the learners to select a subject, to select a course of their choice from different disciplines. So that's why in CBCS system you will find that a wider scope has been given to the learners. A science student can study economics as a subject of their study, and if someone is interested to study literature, to study language, they can also welcome. So that's why this is also another important aspect of the CBCS curriculum. Basing upon this, Indira Gandhi National Open University has developed its CBCS based BA program, BA General program. Then further we can say it offers flexibility for students to study at different times and at different institutions to complete one course, that is easy mobility of the students. Means you will find that let a student is pursuing a program, and under that program he or she can pursue certain courses in an institute, and he or she can also pursue certain courses in other institute. That is very much possible when teaching and learning process is online, which if it is possible, if it is available in the MOOCs. So that's why here there is the scope of easy mobility, means students can move from one institution to other institution and simultaneously can study. Okay, so at different times and in different institutions, CBCS provides scope to the learners to pursue their education, to pursue their program. Then this is also very much important that credits earned at one institution can be transferred to another institution. You see friends, let a program is having 50 credits or 60 credits. So a student can study, can pursue, can earn let 30 credits in one institution, means certain courses in one institution, and at the same time the learner, the student can take another few courses can earn another credit, another few, the left out credits from another institute as per their interest, as per their need. Okay. So that's why it provides a wider scope to the learners to choose their subject, to choose their courses, and to pursue their study. So friends, this is the basic components and basic philosophy, basic aims of implementing the CBCS based curriculum. Then further, let us try to discuss, as I have already said, that education being a subject, being a popular subject, being a knowledge based subject, being a liberal subject, that has been being included in BA General program, that is from July 2020 session. But before coming to discuss about different courses, the course structure of education subject under BA program, let us try to focus, let us try to discuss the BA General, that is the BAG program, means some of the important aspect of this program. As I have already said that this program has launched in July 2019 session by Indira Gandhi National Open University. And you see, this is a semester system based program. The curriculum is based upon the semester system. And if you consider the year, this is a 3 years program and which constitutes 6 semesters. Means every year there are 2 semesters. So the entire program, entire BA General program is of 6 semesters, that is in 3 years. Then you will find that the courses that has been kept, or the discipline and subjects that has been kept in this BA program, that is a type of mix of disciplinary, interdisciplinary and skill based courses. Further we will discuss that what are the different disciplines, what are the different subjects that has been contributed for developing, for designing this beautiful curriculum. Then we can say that it is designed to provide the learners with the knowledge and skill necessary to understand and analyze their world by introducing them to the main theme and topics of disciplines in humanities, social sciences and sciences. So friends, you see, now we are talking about competency based education, the learning outcomes which is aligned with the program, with different courses. Okay, so that's why you will find that this program has particularly developed to develop certain skill which requires in that program. The learners will develop certain skill and competencies. Okay, a BA student of economics, a BA student of education, a BA student of statistics, a BA student of psychology. So what type of competencies, what types of skills, what type of understanding, what types of knowledge base he or she is supposed to develop. So you will find that very beautifully this has been included in this program. The program is designed in such a way that you will find the theoretical construct, the theoretical knowledge. At the same time, you will also come across many practices so that you can develop your skills which required in this program. Because after completion of this program, this is our focus, that how the learner will acquaint themselves with the world of work, how they can involve themselves in different world of work. So that's why without developing competencies, without developing skills, one cannot participate in world of work. One cannot self-centered. Okay, so that's why you will find that this course, this program addresses different theoretical construct. At the same time, you will find that it is properly designed to groom the learners for acquiring the skills, competencies. Then further, the evaluation system of this entire BA program that has been done in different in 10-point grading system. Further, we will discuss that what are these 10-point grading system. Then at present in BA General program, BAC program, 13 disciplines are there, 13 disciplines or subjects have been included. That is the part of this program. And the disciplines are anthropology, English, economics, Hindi, history, mathematics, political science, psychology, public administration, Sanskrit, sociology, Urdu and education. So friends, earlier till July 2020, 12 disciplines, 12 subjects were included in the BA program, And in July 2020 session, we have included education as a subject. Okay, and we have received very good response. I am telling you, the registration of the students, those have enrolled in BA program, more than 8,000 of the students they have registered, they have choose education as one of the subject in their study. Okay, so further we will discuss that what are the different specific courses, semester based courses that has been kept in education under BA program. The total credit of the program is of 132. That means the learners, for successful completion of this program, they have to earn 132 credits in 3 different years, in first year, second year and third year, and that is in 6 different semesters. And the medium of instruction, we have developed this program in both the medium, that is in English as well as in Hindi. You will get the learning materials in English. At the same time, you will also get the learning material in Hindi. All the learning materials, the soft copy of the learning material is available in eGyanKosh portal of IGNOU website, and you can also access all the soft material in IGNOU Students app. So friends, let us proceed forward about different courses and the course structure of education as a subject under BA General program. Before discussing particularly the education, different courses under education discipline, education subject, let us try to understand that what are the different courses that has been included in different categories of this BA General program. First of all, you will find that the courses that has been included, that has been designed in 5 different categories. First category is the core courses. We call it is CCs, core courses. You will find that 12 courses you have to study. As a student of BA General program, you have to study 12 courses that's come under the core courses, and each core course is having 6 credits. So that's why you have to study 72 credits from the core courses. Okay, 12 into 6 is 72 credits. And further, another important category, that is discipline specific elective. Okay, that's called as the DSE, discipline specific elective. You have to study 4 courses, that is 24 credits. That means each course is having 6 credits. So under this discipline specific elective courses, you have to study 4 courses. Okay, I will tell you further that in which semester you will study the core courses and in which semester you will study the discipline specific elective courses. Then further, I was earlier talking about development of competencies, achieving the learning outcomes. Okay, so that is the main objective, that is the main aim of developing this program. Okay, so that's why you will find that 2 skill based categories of courses that has been kept in this program as per the CBCS system, that is ability enhancement compulsory courses. We call it is AECC, ability enhancement compulsory courses. You will find that 2 courses you have to study, and each course is having 4 credits. Okay, so that's why you have to study 8 credits under this category, that is ability enhancement compulsory courses. Then further, another skill oriented category, skill oriented courses category, that is skill enhancement courses. We call it is SEC, skill enhancement courses. You have to study 4 courses of 16 credits. That means each course is having 4 credits. I will tell you later that in which semester you have to study the ability enhancement compulsory courses, and in which semester you have to study the skill enhancement courses. And the last category, that is the generic elective, that's called as the GE. So you have to study 2 courses of 6 credits each. That means you have to study 12 credits under this generic elective. You see friends, in CBCS pattern of curriculum, and I was talking about the recommendations, the suggestions and the basic principles, the fundamental principles of the National Education Policy 2020 that talks about to provide wider opportunity, to provide wider scope to the learner. So that's why how a learner of social science, how a learner of humanities will get scope to study a subject from other discipline. Okay, so that's why keeping in consideration one dedicated category that has been kept in BA General program, that is generic elective. So friends, here you will find that a pool of courses that has been kept under generic elective, the learners, they have to select a course of their choice from that common pool. Okay, that course may be from commerce background, that course may be from science and technology background, that course may be from communication, that course may be from pedagogy. Okay, so from any discipline, a common pool of courses that has been kept, and the learners, they have to select 2 courses. Okay, I will tell you further that in which semester they have to study the generic elective. And further, for skill enhancement courses, SECS, you will find that a common pool of courses that has been kept, and from there the learners, they have to select certain courses. So friends, these are the 5 different category that has been included in BA General program: core courses, discipline specific elective courses, ability enhancement compulsory courses, skill enhancement courses, then generic elective courses. So what you have to do, you have to study, you have to earn 132 credits from these 5 different categories. Okay, then further let us try to understand that in which semester what course you have to study. You see on your screen now, it is visible CBCS semester plan for BA General program. You see in the first semester, one language course you have to study, that is compulsory, English, Hindi or any Indian language. With the language course, you have to study 2 discipline. Here you see discipline 1, that is a core discipline, you have to study 1 course, and from the second discipline you have to study another course. It means friends, apart from the compulsory language courses, you have to select 2 courses. Okay, as example 13 disciplines, 13 subjects are there in your BA General program. Let you have selected, let history is one subject. Okay, so with history you can select education as one subject. I am just putting one example. This discipline you have to choose. So that will be the discipline 1 history and discipline 2 education. So what you have to do, which discipline you will select, you have to study 1 core course from that discipline every semester, means in past 4 semester, that is semester 1, 2, 3 and 4. Means 1 history course that is called as core A from first discipline. Then in second semester core B, means another course from that discipline, and in third semester the third course from that discipline, and in fourth semester the fourth course from that discipline. Means you have to study 4 different courses from first discipline, and accordingly you have to study another 4 courses from the second discipline, because you have to select 2 disciplines. Let you have select education as the second discipline. So what you have to study, first course, that is the core A in first semester, and the course of core B from second discipline, that is from education, in second semester, and in third semester the third course of education, and in fourth semester the fourth course of education. This has clearly given in the program guide. If you will go through the program guide and common prospectus, you will find that how you will select your subject. So friends, apart from the language, apart from the compulsory language courses, so you have to select 2 discipline, and in every semester, means in first 4 semester you have to study at least one course from each discipline. Okay, so if I will include all the core courses including the language and 2 disciplines, you will find that total 12 courses you have to study under these core courses, and that contributes 72 credits to your entire program. Then under ability enhancement compulsory courses, you have to study 2 courses, that is 4 credits each, that is 1 in the first semester and other in the second semester. Okay, so that is in first semester you have to study environmental studies, and in the second semester you have to study English or Hindi communication skill. This is a compulsory course, communication skill. Okay, then friends, I was talking about the third component of this BA General program, that is skill enhancement courses. You have to study 4
skill enhancement courses of 4 credits each. That means 16 credits you have to learn, you have to earn from this category. So that's why a common pool of skill enhancement courses are given in your common prospectus, and this is also given in the program guide of BA General Program, BAG program, and you have to study one in the third semester, then fourth, then fifth and sixth semester. You can see on the screen. Okay, SEC 1, SEC 2, SEC 3 and SEC 4 means from third to sixth semester in 4 consecutive semester, third, fourth, fifth and sixth, you have to study one skill enhancement courses. Then further, another important category, that is the discipline specific elective courses. We call it is the DSE. You have to study 4 courses. You have to study 4 courses. That is also 6 credits each. Okay, so total 24 credits you have to study. And you see, this discipline specific elective courses is the discipline course. That means you see in the first category, in core courses already you have selected 2 discipline. I was just talking about as an example. Let you have selected history as the first discipline and education is the second discipline. So what you have to do for selecting the discipline specific elective courses, you will find that certain courses of history, certain courses of education that has been kept under the DSE category. So you have to select 2 courses, that is from each discipline, that is one in the 5th semester and other in the 6th semester. Again from the second discipline you have to choose one course in the 5th semester and another course in the 6th semester. So accordingly 2 courses you have to study, in the 5th semester and 2 courses you have to study in the 6th semester. And you see two courses from each discipline, okay, from education to discipline and also from history to discipline. Then further, the 5th category, that is the generic elective category, you have to study 2 courses of 6 credit each, that is from multidisciplinary, from other discipline areas, other disciplinary areas as per your interest, as per your creativity, as per your aptitude. Okay, so you have to choose 2 courses. As I was telling that a science student can take a course of economics. A BA student, a humanities student, social science students can also select a course from information and communication technology from other areas. So that's why you are welcome to select 2 generic elective courses. You will find that a pool of courses are there. You have to select 2 courses. One is at the 5th semester and the other course is at the 6th semester. So this is the CBCA semester plan for BAG program. So friends, now let us come forward to discuss about the course structure of education under BA General Program as per the CBCS pattern. Now we are just moving to address the particular issue, means we have included education as one of the popular subject in BA General Program, that is from July 2020 session. So what are the different courses that has been introduced in education as a subject in BA program? You see, in first year, that means in first and second semester of first year, as I have already said that if you have selected education as one of the subject, then what you have to do? You have to study 4 core courses and 2 elective courses. That means in first 4 semester 1, 2, 3 and 4, you have to study 4 core courses. Then in 5th and 6th semester, you have to study one elective courses, discipline specific elective courses. So total 2 elective courses you have to study, one in 5th semester and the other is in the 6th semester. So friends, it might be visible on your screen that you see in first semester you have to study the first course, that is BESC 131. This is the course code and course title is Education, Concept, Nature and Perspective. This is a 6 credit course. As I have already said that we have developed our program in bilingual, we have developed our material in English as well as Hindi, and the course title is in Hindi is Shiksha Sampradaya Prakriti Ebang Paripreksha. So this is the first semester course. And in second semester you have to select another core course, that is BESC 132. This is the course code, and course title is Structure and Management of Education. This is also a 6 semester course. So friends, the Hindi title of this course is Shiksha ki Saranchana एवं Prabandhan. So you see, in the first year you have to study these 2 courses from the subject of education. That is one in semester 1 and other is in the semester 2. Accordingly, in the second semester, that is in second year, that is in third semester and fourth semester, you have to study another 2 courses. Just like in the third semester, you have to study BESC 133. Okay, this is the core course, this is the course code, and course title is Curriculum, Teaching, Learning and Assessment. This is a 6 credit course, and course title is Pathyacharya, Shikshan Adhigam Tatha Akalan. Okay, so this is the Hindi title of this course. Then further in the fourth semester of second year, you have to study the last core course, the fourth core course, that is BESC 134. This is the course code, and course title is Education as a Practice. This is also a 6 credit course. In Hindi, the course title is Abhyas ke roop mein Shiksha. Abhyas ke roop mein Shiksha. And in the third year, that means in the 5th and 6th semester of BA program, if you have selected education as a subject, you have to select elective course, 2 elective course. That is in the 5th semester, the course code will be BESE 141. It is the elective course, and the course title is ICT in Education, Information, Communication, Technology in Education. That is Shiksha mein Suchana, Sampreshan, Pradyogiki. So this is one of the very good course so far as the present situation, present context is concerned. Okay, so now you will find that across the institution in different medium, you will find that in different mode, you will find that now ICT is getting integrated in the teaching learning process. So that's why, keeping in consideration of the importance of this course, we have kept it in discipline specific elective. Then further in the 6th semester, you have to study another discipline specific elective course, that is BESE 142. This is a 6 credit course. This is the course code BESE 142, and the course title is Lifelong Learning, Jivan Paryant Adhikam. Okay, so friends, you will find that these 4 courses, what we have done, that first we have discussed about the basic concept, the theoretical construct, the perspectives, context and nature of education as a discipline, education as a subject in BA program. Then further we have discussed about the structure and management of education. What is the management of education? What is the structure of different stages of education? Then further we have entered to the specific aspect, that means how we develop a curriculum. What does a curriculum mean? How it is different from syllabus? What is teaching learning process? What is pedagogy? Okay. Further, we have also discussed about assessment. That is also one of the integrated part of teaching learning process. So nowadays, we are talking about assessment for learning, not assessment of learning. We are giving much importance to continuous comprehensive assessment. Okay. So that's why here we are not talking about the summative assessment, rather we are talking about the formative assessment. So we have entered from the general concept of education as a disciplinary subject. We have discussed about the structure and management, and further we have entered into the curriculum, how to design the curriculum, what are the different aspects of the curriculum, and how to design the teaching learning process, how to design the pedagogy, how to teach the students. So such aspects also one of the very important point, important aspect, important component of education as a subject in BA program. And further we have discussed education as a practice. Okay. So education is a theoretical construct. At the same time, we have also discussed that how education is a practice subject, what skills and competencies it develops. That is also being one of the important aspect, one of the important score of this program. Then in elective, we have discussed, we have kept 2 important courses, that is ICT in Education and lifelong learning. Okay, we considered that there is no end of learning. Learning starts at the very beginning of birth and it continues till death, from cradle to grave, you can say. It is a continuing process. It is an ever-ending process. So that's why, keeping in consideration of such aspects, such importance, such need of the learners, we have introduced lifelong learning is also one of the elective course. So friends, this is the basic core structure of education as a subject under BA General program. Further, let us move towards to discuss about the program objectives of education. What are the objectives of education to include it in the BA General program? Then further we will discuss about the different courses. So friends, the first objective, that is to arouse interest among the learners in studying education as an area of knowledge and as an area of practice. So friends, this is one of the knowledge-based liberal discipline, liberal subject, which focus upon many beautiful knowledge base. It talks about teaching learning process, it talks about school management, it talks about leadership quality, it talks about assessment, how to design our teaching learning process, what pedagogy is supposed to be used, how to conduct a research in education, okay, and how to do the measurement and evaluation activities, different measurement and assessment activities in the teaching learning process. That is also being one of the part. Okay, so that's why, keeping in consideration, the first and foremost objective is to arouse interest among the learners in studying education as an area of knowledge and as an area of practice. Earlier I was talking about 6 different courses. We have kept one dedicated course, that is education as practice. Okay, so that's why this is also one of the very prime objective for designing this program. Then to develop learners' understanding of education as a discipline from different theoretical perspective. So friends, many a time students get confused that whether education is a subject, education is a discipline. Yes, you are definitely education is a discipline, education is a subject. You will find that the knowledge based, the theoretical construct, the principles, the laws, you can say the core knowledge of education that has been kept from different that has been discussed, that has been kept from different perspectives. You will find that the courses and the knowledge of psychology that has been properly addressed in education. So the theories that has been developed in psychology, in philosophy, in different philosophical approaches and different philosophical principles, you will find that got practiced in education. Okay, so at the same time, you will also find that the historical perspectives, we get a clear historical perspective when we go through this program. Okay, means how education has developed, how the structure of school has developed, what is the development of higher education that has been taken place globally, the development of higher education in India, development of school education in India. You will find that different committees and commissions over the times they have given their recommendations, and how these recommendations have been implemented in the field. Okay, and accordingly, how we have developed a plan, a structure in our country for managing our school education, for managing teacher education, for managing higher education, for managing technical and professional education. So you will find that that is also being a part of this program. Then further, to prepare learners to pursue knowledge and skills in specialized areas of education. So friends, when we deal education as a subject, education as a discipline in BA General program, you will find that it prepares the learners in different specialized areas. Just like here in this program, we have kept 2 courses, that is ICT in education is one of the specialized course, and further another specialized course that is lifelong learning. In future, we may include many more courses, okay, just like measurement and evaluation assessment for learning, guidance and counseling, curriculum development, that can also be one of the you can say specialized course. So that's why the discipline education, this subject education in BA General program prepares the learners to understand about different areas of knowledge, different specialized areas of knowledge, so that they can do certain work in that areas as per their interest and as per their abilities, okay, as per their wish. Then further, another important objective of education being a subject in BA General program, that is to prepare learners to provide an academic career in education as an area of knowledge and an area of practice. So friends, being a learner of BA General program, being a learner of the subject of education, you can also further practice it as academic career. Okay, you can be a teacher in future. So after completion of your BA General program with the subject of education, if you will further go for pursuing teacher education program, just like if you will do a B.Ed program, then you can be a very good teacher, because already you have got a base of education about the structure, about the concept, about the practices, about different specialized area from the very beginning of the undergraduate courses. Okay, if you will study education as a subject, that will better help you in future to be a teacher if you will pursue B.Ed program, if you will pursue DL.Ed program. Okay, means the knowledge of education that you have acquired from this undergraduate stage, that will help you to understand the pedagogy, that will help you to understand the school management and administration, that will help you to understand different educational discourses, the dynamics of the society and how they contribute to education. So that's why friend, it also prepares teachers further if you will do a teacher education program. So these are the important objective of including education as a subject in BA General program. So friends, now let us forward to discuss about the courses, the objective of the courses, certain objectives of the courses that has been kept in this program. First course is BESC 131, that is education, concept, nature and perspectives. You see friends, this is the first semester course of 6 credits. This course has been designed in 4 blocks and 16 units. Okay, 4 units are there in each block. The objective of this course is to explain the concept, nature and scope of education. What is the meaning of education, what is the nature of education, what is the scope of education, what is the aim of education. Being an individual, what is the individual aim of education. Being an individual in this society, in this country, what is the social aim of education, what is the democratic aim of education, what is your responsibility towards this country, how to acquire the values, what are the democratic principles, what are the democratic values. So friends, this course will give you an insight about how to incorporate, how to understand, how to practice the values, and what are the different, you can say, nature of education, what is the different scope of education, formal education, informal education, you can say the non-formal education means education, we can get learning, we can get education from different, in a wider scope. That means the learning that we acquire, that we get from the formal system of schooling, we can say that is the formal education. So apart from the formal education, we also get much learning, much understanding from informal sector, from non-formal sector. Okay, so that's why this is one of the objective of this course. Then further we have discussed about the role of different agencies of education and their interface between and among the agencies. So friends, you will find that the child, human child develops and groom in society, in whom their intercourses and their discourses, their interactions first begins at the home, and then further that moves towards the society. They become a part and person of the society. So that's why they come across different social intercourses and different social interactions. So you will find that it may be society, it may be home, it may be family, it may be school, it may be different media. Every day, every time, every moment we learn many things. So that's why these are certain agencies that contributes to the learners, to the child, to construct their knowledge and understanding. So that's why here this has been kept as important, one of the important objective, that to understand the contribution of different agencies, at the same time the interface between and among the agencies. Means when a child enters in the school, how the family background, how the home, how the interactions and the experiences that the learners that they have received from the society, how it helps to accommodate them in the school. Okay, so we call that school is a miniature of the society. It is a subsystem of the society. So that's why the principles and happenings of the society, the practices of the society, that also equally happened in the school. So that's why different agencies, we have discussed different agencies under this school and how these agencies are correlated with each other and how interactions taken place among and between the agencies, that also we have discussed. Then further, we have also analyzed the historical development of education in India during the pre and post independence period, that also we have discussed. So friends, you see, now we are in 2020, we are at the stage that now NEP 2020 that has been implemented. Okay, we are now in a process to transform our education, but have a look towards the development of education in our country, starting from the ancient system of education, then the modern education, that is education at the pre-independence period during the British time, and education at the post-independence periods, means after getting the independence. So you will find that many developments have been taken place. Okay, you will find that different committees and commissions, they have given their recommendations relating to school education, relating to higher education, relating to technical education, relating to professional education, and how development has been taken place in education over the periods, that also we have discussed in this course. Then further, the course also equally discuss about to explain the concept of education from the perspective of Indian and Western philosophers. You will find that the great philosophers, the great educationists, maybe Western philosophers or maybe Indian educationists or philosophers, they have contributed a lot in the field of education for shaping our education. Okay, so we have discussed about Mahatma Gandhi, educational philosophy of Mahatma Gandhi. We have discussed about educational philosophy of Swami Vivekananda. We have discussed about educational philosophy of Rabindranath Tagore. Okay, we have also discussed about Sri Aurobindo. At the same time, we have also discussed about educational philosophy, the methods, strategies, principles, techniques that has been suggested by Plato, Rousseau, John Dewey, okay, and Immanuel Kant also. Then further, this course will help you to understand sociological perspective of education with special reference to the process of socialization of the child and their interface between school and community, how society contributes the child for shaping their personality, for shaping their behavior. That is also one of the important focus of this course. Then further, we have discussed about discussed in this course the socio-psychological perspective of education with special reference to the use of constructivist approach in education. So friends, the psychological perspective of education is also one of the important aspect of this course. And in our second course, the course title is Structure and Management of Education. This course has been developed in 4 blocks and 16 units. In every block you will find 4 units are there, and this course discusses about the structure of education. Okay, the structure of school, the structure of entire education, means structure of school education, structure of higher education, structure of technical education. You see, earlier we are talking about, or as per the NEP, National Education Policy 1986, we are practicing 10 plus 2 plus 3 system of education, 10 years of school education, 2 years of higher secondary education or senior secondary education, and 3 years of college education, higher education. But now, as per NEP 2020, National Education Policy 2020, you will find that now the school education pedagogical structure has been changed, has been transferred, that is 5 plus 3 plus 3 plus 4 system of education. That is 5 years of foundational stage, 3 years of preparatory stage, then again 3 years of that's called as the middle stage, then further 4 years of secondary stage. This is the transformation. So you will find that this course specifically discusses the structure of education and management of education. So specifically to explain various constitutional provision for education. So what is there in our constitution? What are the different educational aspects that has been discussed that has been elaborated in our constitution, and over the times that become the part of our education system. So we have worked to achieve our constitutional values, our constitutional objectives, our constitutional goals. So that's why it also discusses about the constitutional provisions towards achieving elementary education, towards providing education to the minority groups, providing proper education, or you can say for achieving equity and equality. I am not saying only equality, I am saying equity with equality in different you can say section of the society. Those are coming from different diverse background, those are coming from different caste, they are coming from different religion, those are coming from different social economic weaker sections. You will find that weaker section children are coming from different sector of the society. Okay, so here how to address them, that is also the part of our constitution. And education for the women, so what are the things, what are the educational provisions we should provide to the women? So you will find that this course addresses various constitutional provisions for education, that to reflect critically on a recommendation of various educational commission and committees. So to analyze the recommendation which is given by the first commission of independent India, that's called as the University Education Commission. Okay. So what is the recommendation of the University Education Commission, whether this has been implemented or not, a critical analysis that has been given. Then the Secondary Education Commission, okay, we call it is the Mudaliar Commission. Then the Kothari Commission, okay, 1964-66. Then further you can say the National Policy and Education 1968, then the National Policy and Education 1986, then now it is in NEP, National Education Policy 2020. So we are in a position to critically analyze the recommendations and how this has been implemented in our country. So this is also a part of this course. Then this course discusses management of education at various levels, how to manage school education, how to manage higher education, how to manage teacher education, who manage teacher education, who are the regulatory bodies, okay, what is the work of the regulatory bodies, who develop the curriculum, how curriculum develops, and how we manage the teaching learning process, that is also in the grassroots level, that is in the school level, that is also is one of the objective. Then to analyze the educational structure from pre-primary to higher education. I have already said that now it is 5 plus 3 plus 3 plus 4 pedagogical structure of school education as per the National Education Policy NEP 2020. Then to critically examine emerging trends in educational management and their implication, means the development which is taking place across the world in different times, specifically at the contemporary, at the present time, that is also discussed in the last block of this course. So friends, the third semester course, that is BESU 133, course title is Curriculum, Teaching, Learning and Assessment. This course is also developed in 4 blocks and 16 units. And you will find that as I was telling that in the past we start our discussion to understand the concept, to understand the perspectives, to understand the nature, to understand the scope of education. Further we entered to understand the structure of education, management of education. Then here particularly to go deeper into it, this course has been designed in such a way, in a very beautiful way, to give you an understanding about curriculum. What is curriculum? How curriculum is developed? How curriculum is different from syllabus? What are the different components of curriculum? What are the different type of curriculum? What is a core curriculum? What is a hidden curriculum? You will find that this is also part of this course. Then for the teaching, learning and assessment, means we will also discuss here pedagogy. What methods, what techniques, what you can say maxims, what strategies we supposed to follow to teach different subjects. Okay, what techniques, what tools supposed to be used to assess you can say the performance of the learners, whether assessment is an integrated part or assessment is an isolated part. Okay, we consider, and this is our practice, that assessment is an integrated part. Okay, so whenever there is teaching learning process, you will find that there is the assessment. So friends, keeping in consideration of the importance of curriculum development, the pedagogic aspect and assessment, we have kept this course. So the very specific objective of this course is to explain the context, planning and development of curriculum, to develop an understanding about teaching learning process, to describe classroom organization and management, to realize the significance of assessment of scholastic and co-scholastic abilities. Friends, try to understand. When we talk about a school system practices which is going on in the school, you will find that most of the activities which is scholastic in nature, which is related to the core subject. But many a time you will find that in school many activities is also being conducted, okay, which is aligned with the scholastic activities. Though we call it is the co-scholastic abilities or co-scholastic activities, but really as per NCERT, as per the National Curriculum Framework NCF 2005, this has been clearly mentioned that this is part of all co-scholastic activities are the part of the scholastic activities. Then further this is also discussed in this course. Then to get acquainted with various tools and techniques, I have already said that how to use questionnaire, how to use test, how to use different types of tests, intelligent test, aptitude test, how to use self-concept, how to use attitude as a tool in the teaching learning process, okay, for assessing, for measuring, you can say the behavioral pattern, for measuring performance of the learners, at the same time their personality and other aspect, you can say the other aspect of their development. That is also being a part of this course. Then to reflect on emerging trends in assessment. What is grading system? What is semester system of education? Okay. What is the difference between marking and grading? Why grading is a better concept than marking? That is also being a part of this course. So friends, we have discussed in the third course, we have discussed about the curriculum, teaching learning process and assessment. Then further in the fourth course, this is the fourth semester core course. Course title is Education as a Practice. So here we have discussed about the practice aspect of education. As I was talking earlier, education is a field of practice. It prepares a group of researchers, it prepares a group of teachers, it prepares a group of dedicated persons, those substantially contributes for the cause of education, for the development of education in this country. They develop the policies, okay, they take part, they understand the policies, how policies develops. They understand, you can say curriculum, and they develop curriculum also. So keeping in consideration the various objectives of this course, that is to develop an understanding on education as an area of practice. Then to analyze various innovative and alternative practices in the field of education. Then further to explain the concept and nature of educational research and its process of education. Friends, in CBCS curriculum, this has been emphasized that the attitude of the research, this skill of research, that should be started from the very beginning of the undergraduate courses. So that's why you will find that in CBCS curriculum, earlier you will find that the research was the part of post-graduation education, PG education. But now you will find that research is part of the undergraduate studies. So that's why keeping in consideration of the need of the time, here you will find that the nature, the concept of research is also being discussed in this course. Then the further the other objectives, that is to understand the implications of research in improving educational practices at the local and national level. Then further to acquaint with the skills of analyzing and interpreting the data. So how to analyze the data, how to interpret the data, what statistics should be followed for interpreting the data, because being a teacher, being a practitioner, you might be engaged yourself for analyzing the data, for interpreting the data, okay, by using many statistics, maybe by using the descriptive statistics, maybe by inferential statistics. But in your program, in this course, we have discussed about measures of central tendency, measures of dispersion, okay, and we have also discussed about the correlation, at the same time normal probability curve. Friends, let us move forward towards the elective courses. We have kept two elective courses, that is one in 5th semester and other is in the 6th semester. In 5th semester, we have kept one course, that is BESE 141 ICT in education. You see, no need of elaborating that what is the importance of ICT in education, information and communication technology. So friends, At the present time, in the present situation, we are now undergoing with the COVID-19 pandemic situation. Okay, during this time, you see from 1st of April onwards, students, especially school students, they have not visited their school, but learning is taking place. Every day, they are studying from their home. Okay, by using certain online tools. So that's why now a notion has been already started that recently I conducted a study and I found the responses from the teachers, from the higher education professionals, from the students that highly they appreciate, they say that now even if in the face-to-face system of education, ICT should be integrated. Okay, means blended approach of teaching learning process should be developed, not only in open and distance learning system, not only in online education system, rather it should be introduced, it should be included in face-to-face system of education. So that's why this course ICT in education is a very beautiful course. This course will help you to understand ICT, okay, and to understand the application of ICT and how to develop different ICT tools, okay, how to create resources and further how to develop, how to use that resources. Okay, that also you will get certain competencies, certain skills from this course. Further, in the 6th semester, we have kept the last course of education as a subject in BA General program, that is BESE 142. This is the course title, course code, and course title is Lifelong Learning, Jeevan Paryant Adhikam. This course has been developed in 4 blocks with 14 units. You see, we understand there is no end of education. With age, there is no end of education. The process of education, learning, it starts from the very beginning, from the very beginning of human birth, and it continues till the death. It's called as, this is the process of a continuing process, a lifelong process. So keeping in consideration that there is the need of learning certain thing at every stage of life. So friends, you see, after getting graduated, after getting a master degree in science or social science, when you will enter in the field of practice, when you will enter in job field, or when you will empower yourself to do something of yourself, you will find that certain skills is still required. That is the lifelong learning, certain specialized knowledge. So you see, you cannot make a boundary of the learning. So it happens everywhere, every time, every place. Okay, when you are visiting some place, moving some place, coming in contact with the different persons, you are also learning certain things. You are getting more and more experiences from the society, from the community, from the people, from different places, from different culture. Okay, by reading the material, by experiencing the things personally. So that's why lifelong learning, we have kept one course, lifelong learning, as one of the important elective course in this subject education as a subject in BA General program. And here we have discussed about how lifelong learning is a discipline, and how this has been practiced in the teaching learning process. Now, what strategies supposed to be adopted to implement lifelong learning as a discipline? It also critically examine the issues and concerns of lifelong learning. What are the different issues and concerns of lifelong learning? That also we have discussed. So friends, these are the 6 different courses that we have developed. First 4 courses, that is in the first 4 semester, that is the core courses, and the last 2 courses, that is BESE 141 and BESE 142, that is the 2 elective courses for 5th and 6th semester. So total 6 courses we have developed. Each course is having 6 credits. So total 36 credits course we have developed. If you have selected education as a subject in your BA program, then definitely you have to study these 6 courses in 6 different semesters. And 36 credit you have to earn from education subject. Okay, apart from out of this 132 credits, that is the total credits of the BA General program. So friends, now let us move towards the curriculum transaction. Okay, very quickly let me to explain that how we transact our curriculum from student to teacher. Okay, from teacher to students, from teacher to learner. So first of all, we provide a complete self-learning material Okay, that is available in eGyan course, that is also available in students IGNOU Students app. Then we also do course wise counseling sessions. Then further, so far as assessment component is concerned, you will find that the tutor mark assignments will be given, and credit for TMA will be 30%, and the credit towards tournament examination will be 70%. Then we conduct regular TC and IRC, and let me to say that now we have started addressing you directly in Facebook Live. So that's why you will find that regularly we will be conducting Facebook Live sessions. So do watch the Facebook Live session, then definitely you will find your interest topic from the discipline, from the subject of education, that is included in your program. Okay, so then you can better learn, better understand the material that you have received. Then the audio video materials, that is also being one of the integrated part of this program. Then let us come to the evaluation aspect. You see, evaluation of this program will be taking place in 10 point grading, 10 grading point. That is on the screen you can see that the letter grade, the highest letter grade will be O, that is outstanding. Then A plus is excellent, A is very good, B plus is good, B is above average, C is average, and D is pass. So for successful completion of a course, two components are there. One is the assignment and other is the tournament examination. So separately what you have to do, at least you have to earn a D grade in assignment, that is 35%, at least 35%, and also D grade in tournament examination, and combined grade of successful completion of a course will also D. It should not less than D. Then the highest grade will be O, and grade appropriation percentage is also given, that highest percentage, that is O outstanding grade, is 85 and above, and the minimum lowest percentage, that is 35. Below 35 we call it is fail, that is the F grade. Then further, I am just at the part of concluding this session. We will take another 1 or 2 minutes. The minimum grade for course completion, I have already said that you are required to score at least 35% mark, that is grade D, in both continuous evaluation, that is assignment, as well as in tournament examination of each course. In the overall computation also, you must get at least 35% marks, that is grade D, in each course to claim the BA degree program. And this course of continuous evaluation and tournament examination are not complementary to each other for qualifying the course, because you have to earn D grade from two components, from assignment and tournament examination, and the combined grade of a course including these two components should also D. It should not less than D. Then after you can successful completion of the course. Then accordingly, when you will complete the entire course, when you will earn 132 credits, then definitely you will complete your program. So friends, today we discuss about an introduction of education as a subject under BA General Program as per the choice based credit system of UGC that has been implemented by Indira Gandhi National Open University in its BA program, and education as a subject that has been introduced in July 2020 session, and we have received a very good response. We have received more than 8,000 registration in this subject. So that's why best of luck from my side for pursuing your study, and definitely I will be with you in Facebook Live session, at the same time in other platform also. Thank you all.
थैंक यू सर, बहुत अच्छा रहा आपका प्रोग्राम।
उठो, अभी खत्म हो गया ना?
हो गया सर, बिल्कुल खत्म।
कैसे था सेशन सर?
सर सेशन अच्छा था, काफी लोग जुड़े हुए थे
अच्छा,
आपके बीच में,
हाँ,
और अच्छा चला सेशन आपका।
सही से 2 प्रोग्राम किया जा सकता है? लंबा हो गया?
सर लंबा हो गया, इसलिए मेरा एडवाइस ये है कि आप इसको 30 मिनट, 35 मिनट में